Hello and welcome back to my channel. It's Celeste Easter. I am teaching you about the blueprint. We are digging into understanding our goals, and then we are applying the principles and characteristics and the definitions around those things in order to see success in the areas that we need to see success in. So I posted the live that I did last Thursday on TikTok. On every Thursday on TikTok, I do a live that is strictly around the blueprint. But I wanted to share with you today how you can access the blueprint guide document that I've put together for you. So, what I'm going to do is, well, you know what? How about first, I'll just go over to my YouTube channel. I think that'll probably be easiest because I can show you then where you can get my link tree from out of my account. And then once you go over to my link tree in my account, you will then be able to see where you can pull the guide for the blueprint to take you through kind of, like I said, the steps that's necessary. So here we're on my Celeste Easter Living Life. This is my channel. I'm going to go ahead and click on view my channel. And once that comes up, you'll see here in my bio, a neurodivergent mom raising two neurodivergent boys. I may change that because life is definitely more than just that. But if you go and my link tree opens, what you want to do is open on the first tab that is the blueprint, and it is the guide. It is going to, when you click on that link, it's going to open you up into the Canva page that will allow you to see this document in its fullest. And you'll see when we get to this document, although we've not covered everything inside of our TikTok sessions, you'll see here one, of course, you're welcome to join me every Thursday night at 9 p.m. Eastern to dig deeper into the blueprint, get personalized advice and support on your journey to success. But hey, here's welcome to the blueprint. So we're going to talk about, and we've been talking about your vision statement, like really reflecting on your values, your purpose. What does your ideal future look like? I'm reading the book Everyday Magic by Maddie James. It's absolutely amazing. And it helps you to realize how you can find everyday magic, like just things every day within your day, whether it is a part of self-care, something that you can swipe off of your to-do list, something that you do to be a blessing to someone else, like just looking for that magic in the everyday, but also looking at out 5, 10, 20 years. If you are not imagining what your ideal future needs to look like, then your future will begin to write itself. You're going to take some time and to begin to draft that out. I want you to draft out what the perfect day looks like 5 years from now, 10 years from now. What does your house look like? What does your bedroom look like? What are you doing when you get to the kitchen? I can tell you mine down to a T. Then we're going to refine it. We're going to work around it to make sure that we can look at what those goals are. And then we're breaking those goals from being kind of those long, those future goals that we're looking at to then like what's going to be long term, like what's around, sorry about that 3 to 5 year mark, identifying those key areas around that, whether it is for your health, it's for your career, it's for your personal development. Then we're looking at setting the specific goals. What does success look like? If that's in your career, did you go from being a bartender to being the manager, being the bartender, finishing your degree in geology, working in Kroger, managing the Kroger, working in the hair salon, owning the hair salon, the entrepreneur? From a health perspective, was it that I needed, we can all put, I want to lose 100 pounds, but maybe we start with, yes, the long-term goal is to lose 100 pounds, but let's back that into the short-term goals. Maybe that long-term goal of lose 100 pounds, start with a short-term goal of reduce my blood pressure, and then aim to come off of, if you're on more than one blood pressure medication. Maybe you're coming off of one, maybe you're coming off of two. So we're going to prioritize them. We're going to look at them. We're going to find out what are the ones that are most urgent. And then how do we look at if that health is extremely important? Let's align the health, and then let's align what comes next. Then we're going to break that down to what do we do each year? How do we set those milestones? What do we do each month? What do we break down from each month to each week? And what do I need to do on a day-to-day basis to see those goals come to pass? So, for example, for my sons, we looked at, of course, long-term goals for one of my sons is to be an engineer that will actually change and revamp the way that engineering impacts families and lives across the world. So when I get him back out of from that future goal, then we look at right now so that he graduates with honors with his degree in mechanical engineering. I back that down to, well, what do you want to see this year? I want to graduate with A's and I want to be positioned very well for an internship. So then what do we need to do this semester? So this semester, I need to ace my classes. How do we break that down then every month? Well, I really need to be looking at my grades, my projects, my assignments. What do I do each week? Then each week I need to start Sunday or one day of the week where I am planning and I'm laying out each week what has to happen that week. And then based on what that weekly says, I know what I need to do each day. Maybe Monday is the day that I dedicate to physics 3. Tuesdays I designate it to calculus. Wednesdays I'm in the rocket club and I'm in the workshop. Those goals have to be broken down, and you have to, whether you're using a sheet of paper to make a to-do list or you are actually using a planner, you have to begin to break those tasks down and check them off as you complete them. It is the completion of the goals each day that back into the analytics and what you begin to see what worked, what didn't work, what didn't I do, so where did I not have the success? Because at some point I was not following the blueprint. I did not follow the blueprint that I created that I said was necessary. And so even going farther, a little bit farther into that, we start looking at that. What's your audience? For a mechanical engineer, his audience will be his professors. His audience is going to be those individuals that work at Skunk Works. It's the Mark Robers. It's the people that have had influence on him from the perspective of what he wants to do. If you're on TikTok, or if you're in business, your audience, it may be the individual that you want to become not just a follower, but you want them to become a cult follower. You want them to be with you wherever you go. If you say buy it, they're like, when, what time? And like Apple has a cult following. It does not matter. We don't care. We want the Apple product. And you see that on the side with Android usage as well. So we look at then identifying that target audience, looking at how to use the research that you can find that's available to it, and to start creating a persona. Really look at the profile of that person, who you're looking for, so that, say it is TikTok, that when you're viewing bios, you start viewing the bios of the individuals that you know are going to come and follow you for the content and for which you've backed into the goals that you need. When you follow the blueprint works. Whenever I see success is not happening, I promise you it's because I can go back and I can see where I did not follow the blueprint. And then you're going to use those analytics that you feed off of, whether it's through the platforms, whether it's through the analytics of a YouTube page, through the success of your test, through the feedback from an instructor, your boss, your manager, and you're going to be able to determine, how do I take that, track that, analyze it, and look at it so that I can make adjustments, so that instead of being disappointed and discouraged, I wake up ready and prepared on what I need to tweak and what I need to do different to go forward. So I'm digging into leveraging indirect networking, how to identify and get to the connections of the relationships that you want to build. We'll dig deep into that when we get on this Thursday, which will be November 21st. And so, hey, come join me. Come dig in. Come see what happens when you begin to learn and understand and specialize what you need for the blueprint for your life. Thanks so much for watching. Go on and give me a subscribe. I appreciate if you jump over to my other social media outlets, you give me a follow. It is always gratefully and graciously appreciated. Have a wonderful and amazing day, and an even more blessed and amazing week, and a prosperous and brilliant year. Bye bye.